Welcome to another SP Tools product demonstration. Today we're going to talk about circuit testers. We're actually going to go through the whole program from the very smallest right through to the very largest. And as you can see there, we're just scrolling through them quickly to have a look at what's in the range. So let's get started with the very smallest one. All of these products effectively do the same or very similar jobs, which means that they can detect a live current or not a current. In other words, if it doesn't light up, there's nothing there. So we'll work our way through, look at each model, what it can do, what it can't do, and then we'll do some product demonstration right at the end. So the very first one is our model 61012. This is the opening part of the range, about $20 retail, and very simple, and I'll pick it up now. Very simple, positive end, negative end, and if we're going to use it in a very simple demonstration, I'll come up here, and as you can see very quickly, there's our showing a positive current coming through, or if I reversed it, it will actually show me on this model that I've got it in reverse polarity. So very simple. It also includes a, so it's got a piercing fork on the back of it as well, so I can actually slide a wire in there and pierce it. So very simple, but a very effective little tool. Now we'll work our way up. Next model is a 61021. Again, very simple, positive and negative. Put it on and our handle will light up, as you can see. That's simple. 6 12 volt and 24 volt systems. Next one up, effectively exactly the same unit, but this one here, you'll notice this little red module. This little red module is a computer safe unit, which means that it won't give any sudden surges. And again, we'll quickly show you. There you go. And you can see there, little red light lights up, showing a current. Then we have three models here which are all very similar. They all 6 to 24 volt. They all do effectively the same thing. Again, showing the currents, showing there's a voltage or current available. The only difference is short probe, medium probe and long probe. So, and they get more heavy duty as they go up. So we'll grab the heaviest one, just out thing. As you can see, this one comes with a recoil style connector on the end. And again, if we quickly throw it on here, there's our handle lighting up. And most of these, because of that type of system, they work in positive or negative format. And then we get to the two units that are a little bit more sophisticated. So these units are not just for detecting current, but they'll give you a little more information. So the first one here is a hybrid vehicle tester. So it operates at both 12 volts and 42 volts, and it can identify which one of those you're working on. I unfortunately don't have a 42 volt battery sitting here to show you, but I will show you in the 12 volt system, and it has in the handle here, it has both a red and a blue LED, and when it's showing in this format, which is 12 volt, as you can see it comes up in blue, and if it was a 42 volt system that would illuminate red. So that's that model. And then last but not least, this one's a bit more sophisticated again in the fact that it will actually show you the voltage that you've got online. So again, we'll put it on and we'll notice here that we've actually are showing 12 to 12.1 volts. And if I reverse the polarity, it should show me, whoop, there we go, in negative 12.1. And you notice the background colour change when I went into reverse. So that's another simple. So that's the basic range. As I said, starts down here at roughly $20, works its right way through up to here to about $100. However, if you're lucky and you keep your eyes open on promotion, you can pick this one up for around about $70. So keep your eyes open because they do all come on and off promotion at different times. But now I'm going to show you a very simple way of diagnosing probably one of the most common problems that auto mechanics come across, and because most auto mechanics aren't great auto electricians, we're going to give you a very simple way of diagnosing whether you have a problem with a relay. That's right, the dreaded relay. So we've made up a little simple demo here, and as you can see we've got 9 offs, battery, a light, which is going to be our load, which we're trying to do. Now the idea of a relay obviously is to transfer large current draws from going through the switch to just being through the relay directly from the battery to whatever you're running, and in this case it's a small light. But effectively the switch acts to energise the relay, which means the relay closes or open depending on the type of relay it is. And in this case, as you can see, if I turn the switch on, boom, that activated the relay then lit up the light. So if, for example, though, I had a faulty relay and I'm looking for a fault in that relay, and in this case, the relay is not faulty, so what we will actually do here is we will make the circuit faulty, because that's the other possibility, by disconnecting that. So we now have no current flowing to the switch, to the light, sorry, so even though the relay is activating, there's nothing getting through to here. So let's go through and work out what part's faulty. So I will very quickly put this little negative terminal onto here, so we've got an earth, and we'll work our way through. So this is our wire coming through to the switch, and we'll quickly drop it on, and sure enough, it's showing us we've got 12 volt. Go to the other side, and we've got nothing, but then we turn the switch on, there we've got 12 volt. So that tells us we got 12 volt going to the relay. So the first thing we know is that the relay is being energised. So the second part of the problem is the relay energising and transferring that current through to the light. So at the moment, as you can see, I've got anything, so it should be energised. So here's my positive coming into the back of the relay, and yes, I've got 12 volt. And then I go to the other side, which is what would be going to the light. And as you can see, yes, I've got 12 volt. If I de-energise, it turns off, it turns back on. That means the coil part of the relay is working. Obviously now we know, and the coil part's working, therefore the circuit's opening and closing. So we now realise that there's nothing wrong with the relay, that the problem must be in the circuit going to the light. And that's exactly what we did, because we all saw me disconnect that. So if I can reconnect it, bingo, we've got our light working again. That's a nice simple way of working out whether a relay is actually working. It doesn't matter whether it's a mechanical relay like this one or a solid state relay that you can perform the same test either way. Thanks for coming, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you at the next demo.